So, yeah, what was the last topic which I had discussed? What had I discussed in the last session? Let's continue with Java. Great to see that I'm having pan-India students and also international students. Buddies, what was the last topic which I had done? I think so. I had done switch case, right? I think I have completed the switch case. Uh, Okay. So today we shall be diving into loops. Okay. Uh, let's go with respect to loops. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where is this? Don't need this application. Okay, switch was the last. Yeah. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Is my yeah. Okay, if my screen is visible, okay, what I'll do, I'll okay. You buddies are there in the Google Classroom, right? Okay, can you guys see my okay? Can you guys see my what is this? Edit plus screen? Is it visible to everyone? Yeah. Okay. If you guys have joined the Google Classroom, you might see I have uploaded notes already. I have uploaded the notes already until methods. The material is been theoretical material is been already added away. For the first part of Java, the notes are already added up. Okay. Uh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, if you guys can see this classroom, I have added the nodes here. Okay. So your methods, control flow statements, operators. So I have added up the nodes here. No need to worry about the nodes until your okay. So shall we start the today's topic? Shall we start today's topic? Okay. Today we shall be discussing about loops. Okay. Okay. People are still joining away the session. So yeah. One thing is in always in a loop. Okay. There will be three parts. How many parts will be there for a loop? Just a second, people. Just a second. I'll be back. Just one second. Yeah. Is my voice audible to everyone? Am I audible to all the dialects? Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? Yeah. Please confirm. Yeah. If I am audible. Yeah. I was saying there will be three parts in a loop. How many parts, ma? Three parts. One is the starting part. Okay. One is the initialization part or the starting part. Second one is the condition part. The condition will be in the Boolean format. Okay. The condition will be in which format? Boolean format. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, okay. Wait, let me connect my writing. Where is? Um, yeah, yeah, this is the child. So let me connect myself here. Let me connect this body. Just a minute, people. Let me connect my board. It is okay. Just a minute. Yeah. Sorry for the disturbance. It was a unwanted call from the bank. Okay. Uh, why this is okay. Let me go with the new sheet. Is the screen visible? I was not talking. I was on mute. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Fine. So, let me check whether my writing pad is working or not. If it's working, it will be great. Where is my thing? Okay. So here, I will say I want to print. I want to print. I want to print my name. Okay, let me say why my name. I will say I will print Bengaluru. So if I execute this, okay, control for statements. Let me clear it here itself. Let me save it. I will say while one. Okay. Okay. While one dot Java. Where is my folder? My folder is here. CFS. Okay. Where is the folder? I have written the name. No. While one. I have saved it. And let me open the command. No. Okay. Is the command prompt visible, buddies? Is the command prompt visible? Okay. Yeah. When I say Java C, while one dot Java, Java, while spelling mistake. While one. So how many times I am getting the Bengaluru as output? I am getting it as a single time, only one time. But I want to repeat it multiple times. Okay, let me say I want to execute it 5 times. Okay, So what is our requirement? My requirement is I want to execute it 5 times. So instead of writing your print statement 5 times, what I can do, I can use something called as loop. In the loops, we have the starting loop, which is called as a while loop. So in the while loop, what happens? We have initialization outside. Okay, I will initialize T-I-A-L-I the day. So initialization is starting part. Okay. So here I will say int I is equals to 1. Okay. So next here I will say n is equals to 5. N is equals to 5. So here what is I representing? I is representing the starting point. And n is representing, what is n representing? N is representing the end point. Understood why I created I and n? Everyone understood why I created I and n? It is not compulsory that you have to use the same names, but as a programming practice, I have used I and n. Okay, you can use any variable. So, what will be my journey? What will be our journey? So, I will say, sir, I want to travel from 1 to 5. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So can we call this as a forward direction? So this is a forward moving loop or forward gear for boys to better understand. This is a forward gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From the first point, I am going to the last point. Everyone understood here? So here, your I value will change. Which value will change? I value will change. And n will be constant. Why? Because starting point has to travel to ending point. Keep in mind, in the forward direction loop, the starting value will travel to the last value. Okay. For that purpose, I will say while I should be either less than or equals to n. Okay. So if this condition is true, sir, if this condition is true, sir, what you do, sir? You have to print your print statements. Okay. So this is basically, this is your condition part. This is your condition part, and this is your loop body or loop description. Next, as I said, I is the starting point and n is the ending point. Should I value change or n value change? Everyone. Should I value change or n value change? I has to travel to n, right? I has to increase itself so that it becomes equal to n. Yes or no? Yes or no? So to increase the value, I have increment operator. I have increment operator. So this is updation part. This is your updation part. So understood? Understood? So this is always in a while loop, starting point, ending point values, those initializations, creations of starting point and ending point will be outside the loop. Okay. After that, you will be writing while you will be providing the condition, which will be always retrieving you a Boolean value. After that, you have your purpose of the loop. Here, I have a very simple purpose, that is to print Bengaluru. After that, I have my updation part. So now let us check the difference in the output, what we will get. Oh, I did not save it. I haven't saved it. Sorry for that. Java C. See, am I getting 5 times Bangalore? Are we achieving our purpose? Okay. Uh, so shall I explain the tracing of this program, whatever I have written? Shall we do a quick tracing for this? So that if anyone hasn't understood how this program is working, shall we see the tracing for this? Shall we see the working? How this is working? Okay. Okay. I hope so. This is writing. Yeah, I am able to write. Okay. So here, what I will do, let me copy this part. Whenever I copy, I'll paste it. So this will be not in bold. This will be in 24. 24 is too large. So let me go to 20. Let this be slightly behind. Okay. Okay. Oh, shit. Sure. Let me change it to black color. Okay. So here, what is happening in this in this line? Okay, I have choose. I have to choose this one. So let us come with this line. So here, how many dabbas are getting created, ma? How many dabbas are getting created? There are two boxes. One is one of your box name is N. One of your box name is N. Okay. And what is the value inside the what is the value inside N? Value inside N is 5. Yes. Everyone agrees with this. The value inside N is 5. And there is a second dabba. There is a second dabba where the name of the dabba is I. The name of your dabba is I. And what is the value stored inside I, ma? I want active participation from all the darlings who are attending the session, because as if you are not knowing, please respond with the tracing whatever I'm doing. It will be helpful for you guys to understand the loop. Okay. So the value inside I is 1. Okay. So is the creation part finished? So I did we finish initializing the values? So I is created, N is created. After this, we have something called as your condition. Okay. What is my condition? My condition is I should be less than or equal equals to n. Yes or no? So your I value should be less than or equals to n. So what is there in I, ma? So I we have 1 less than or equals to 5. So will this give me true or will this give me false? So this yields me the value true. As the condition becomes true, as your condition becomes true, so what happens? So if the condition is true, the control goes in the green path. Everyone accepts. So the control goes inside the green path. So inside the green path, what do you have? You have the print statement. So what is your print statement printing? We have the word Bengaluru. So that is printed. After that, what is happening, ma? What is happening? So I value is getting updated. So what should I do? What should I do? I value. So here I have to first use the value. So what is the value getting used here? Value being used here is 1. But inside the dabba, value gets increased to 2. So your value gets increased to 2. After this, your control goes to while once again. So here, once again, what is your condition now? What is your condition? I should be less than or equals to n. So in the second cycle, whenever I see the value inside I, so what is the value there? 2 less than or equals to 5. So is this true or false? Fatafat answer. Fatafat answer. Is this true or false? So the condition becomes true. So if your condition is true, okay, let me write it in green itself, black itself. If your condition is true, again, once more, Bengaluru gets printed. After this, what happens? 2 gets increased to 3. After it has become 3, again go for the condition. 3 less than or equals to 5. So, is this true or false? Yes, sir. This is true, sir. So, what happens? Here, once more, you get Bengaluru. So, your 3 gets increased to 4. So, 4 will be less than or equals to 5. So, again, your condition becomes true here. So for the fourth time, you will print Bengaluru. So after this, again you have to increase your value to 5. So 5 is less than or equals to 5. So here value is not less than, here the value is equal to. So as the both values are equals, so you will get your output as Bengaluru. So after this, again your value gets increased to 6. So here what happens? So here your value becomes 6 less than or equals to 5, which becomes false. So if your condition is false, if the condition is false, the loop gets terminated. Loop gets terminated. So if the condition is true, so this is for your false condition. So this will be for your true condition. Everyone understood this? How the while loop is for performing its action. Anyone has any doubts? Shall we see some more examples? Shall we see some more examples for while loop, which will give you crystal clarity on while loop? Okay, okay, great. So here, I will say I want to print numbers from 1 to 5. What I want to do? What I want to do? So my purpose is to print numbers. Okay, print numbers in the given range. Okay, so here I will say while two. So I will say int I is equals to 1. Oh, this is not good. 1 I is equals to 1. N is equals to let me say 15. So I is your initial point, I is your starting point, N is your ending point. So here, what should be my condition, ma? What should be my condition? If I want to go in the forward direction, as we had seen in the previous example. So what will be my condition? What will be my condition? So my condition will be I less than or equals to N. Directly you can pass N. So if this condition is true, if this condition is true, what I will do? What I have to print here? What I have to print? I will directly print the value of I. Why? Because I will be the body who will be changing his value. Because I is traveling from its point towards N. So N is stationary here. See here. In this previous example, see here. Who is traveling? I is traveling or N is traveling? वंशिका कौन जा रहा है ये आई जा रहा है एन के पास या एन आ रहा है आई के पास so your I as you have to see which variable is traveling so as your I is traveling so you'll be printing the I value okay so and which value I have to update I value or n value I will say I plus plus I will say I plus plus let me save this buddy. Let me save this query while to dot Java. So let us check whether we will get our expected output or not. So Java C while to I actually sorry while to dot Java while to see here. Are we getting our respected output? Are we getting our respected output? Okay, okay. So this program and the previous program, we have seen the starting point traveling towards the ending point. Now, sir, I want to go in reverse direction, sir. I want to go in reverse gear, sir. So how to do that, sir? How to do that, sir? Easy, sir. Easy, sir. So what I have to do while I sorry while 3. So here int I is equals to 1, n is equals to, I will say 10. So here, if I want to come in a reverse direction, this end point has to travel towards the I value. N has to get decreased himself towards to go to the n value. So here your condition will be while n should be greater than or equals to I. N should be greater than or equals to I here. Okay. So if this condition is satisfied, what I can do, I can print my n value. I will print the n value. And after this, n minus minus. Why n minus minus, ma? Why n minus minus? Because my purpose is to travel from end to start point. What is my condition? My condition is to travel from end to starting point. So that is why n minus minus. Observed the difference between these two programs. Observed the difference. So based on which value you want them to travel, so that value will be changing itself. So let me save this buddy. Let me save this buddy. I will say while 3 dot Java. So let's check whether we'll get required output or not. Semicolon. See, this happens. This kuti check problem ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Java C while 3 dot Java while 3. See here, are we getting in reverse direction? See, previously for while 2 it was in forward direction. For while 3 it is in reverse direction. Any doubt in forward direction, forward iteration and reverse iteration? So one cycle, see here, one cycle. See, checking this condition, printing your out body, updating. Again, check the condition. So this cycle, you call it as one iteration. What do we call it as? We call it as one iteration. So basically, iteration, Iteration. So iteration is one cycle of the loop. See by cycle of the loop. Understood? Understood the meaning of the word one iteration? So if you have understood the word iteration in this while 3, so in this how many cycle your loop has run? How many times your loop has run in this? How many numbers are there from first point to last point? So there are 10 numbers. As the numbers are 10, so your output, you have 10 iterations. Pooja, what do you want me to explain? Please be specific in your example. Sorry, please be specific in your question so that I'll understand what I have to specifically re-exam, what I have to explain. इटरेशन ओके इजी इजी इसमें क्या है उसमें क्या है इटरेशन का मतलब क्या है व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इटरेशन इटरेशन ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು so you have seen you have understood this explanation of the previous program which I have done here. I think you have understood this explanation of my yeah if you have understood this. So what happened in the first cycle? In the first cycle, what happened? Your one variable got created and the second variable got created. After that, what happened? Your program flow came towards checking the condition. So you checked the condition. As the condition was true, where the control came? The control came inside the loop. As the control came inside the loop, the output was given as Bengaluru. After that, we updated your, what is that? Your I value. So that your value became 2. After updation, again your control came for checking the condition. So this is going in the format of a circle. Check the condition, execute the body, update, again check the condition. So this is running in format of a circle. Condition body update, condition body update. So this will be continuing until your condition becomes false. Yes or no? Yes or no? So condition check, we execute the loop, update the value. Again check the condition. So this cycle you call it as iteration. One cycle is one iteration. So I have executed this loop for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is why in this particular program, you have 5 iterations. Understood what is an iteration in the loop? What is an iteration in the loop? If you guys have understood, what do you mean by forward and reverse? I plus plus and I minus minus. You are asking that both how to do that. Ma, can you move in two directions at the same time? Can you move in two directions at the same time? Then how can you do both the logics in the same loop? It is either in the forward gear or reverse gear. How can you move in two directions at the same time? It is always in single direction. Okay. If you guys have understood this in a beautiful manner, let me increase the part here. So here what I will do, I want to print even numbers. What I want to do, ma? I want to print even numbers. So I will say int I is equals to 1. I is equals to 1. And I will say okay, sorry. I will say n is equals to 45. Okay. So here, what should I write? If I am going in the forward direction, I should be less than or equals to 40. Sorry, I am writing 45, less than or equals to n. So if you want to exclude 45, sir, I don't want to go up till 45. What you can do? You can remove this equals to symbol. If you remove less than or equals to, if you are writing only less than, what happens? Your range will be from, what will be your range, ma? Your range will be from 1 to 44 only. You are excluding 45. You are leaving the last number outside. Okay. So here, what is the condition? What is the condition to check if the number is even or odd? So the current condition, who is traveling here? I is traveling or N is traveling? Who is traveling? Who is traveling? I traveling or N traveling? So if I is traveling, you have to perform the operation on I. So I modulus to equal to 0. If this is fine, if this condition is true, so print the I value. Print the I value. And outside if condition I plus plus. Outside if condition I plus plus. So here I will say while even Java. Okay. So got it. So missing semicolon where this declaration. There are two variables now. Array. I have a second variable. That is a here semicolon. Yeah, bro. Yo, in these classes, don't ask these kinds of basic doubts. Array. So Java C while even dot Java while even. See, we are getting all the even numbers. Are we getting all the even numbers? Okay. Sir, I want odd numbers. What I have to do? Just change this condition. Not equal to 0. It will give you odd numbers. And if you want to come in reverse direction, change this condition and reduce the n value. Understood? So any doubt in this working of while loop? Anyone has any doubts? Any questions? Okay, shall we go to the next topic if you have understood it? Okay. Here I'll discuss about do while. What am I discussing about? Do while loop. So here your initialization will be same. Okay. Initialization. Here let me take I will say n1 is equals to n1 is equals to 10 and I will say n2 is equals to 50. So instead of starting from 1, I am starting from in between. So that is why I have taken this as N1 and N2. Okay. So here I will have do block. So as my loop has to go in the forward direction, I will say N1 should be less than or equals to N2. So here your condition will be at the last. Your condition will be at the last. Your loop body will be first here. Okay. Your loop body will be first. So here I will say if n1 modulus 2 equals to 0, so I will print n1. After this n1 plus plus. So what is the difference here? What is the difference here? You will have while checking of the condition after the loop. You will have the what is that? Checking of the condition after the loop. and you have do block here. And the second and the third point is after while you will have semicolon compulsory here. If you don't give sorry, what is that? Do while. So after condition you have to give the semicolon. So let us check whether we'll get our output or not. So Java C do while dot Java Java do while. See here from 10 till 15. Are we getting our even numbers? Are we getting our even numbers? So only one change ma first execute the loop, then check the condition. This is how your do while loop works. Okay. So as the working is different, okay, as the working is different. So here what I will do, I will change the condition. Okay. So am I giving the true condition or am I giving the false condition here? I greater than n. I greater than n according to these values. Oh, ma, I greater than n. How is I greater than n? How is 1 greater than 45? So as the starting condition itself false, will will the control comes to the body? Will the control comes to the body? No, it will be always out of the loop. So while even, right? So here what I will do, Java C. See, I did not get even one output, right? So your complete loop was skipped. Not even a single iteration was executed. Yes, everyone agrees with this. But 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 if I do if I do the same thing, if I do the same thing in do while loop, as the condition is checked at the last, as the condition is checked at the last, minimum one cycle. Minimum how many cycle? Minimum one cycle. See here, minimum one cycle will be output given to you. Understood the main differences? Understood the main differences? This is the ಅಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಸಲ ಹೇಳದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ. So what is the first difference? First difference is the syntax difference. The syntax itself is a difference. What? Always check first, then execute. Check first, then execute. Here, what is the working? Execute first, then check. Syntax is the first difference. Second one is how it works. So the third difference is if your condition itself is false, how many iteration will get in while loop? Zero iteration. You will get zero iteration. See here, you did not get even one single output here. But if your condition is false in do while loop, you will get minimum one iteration. So these are the differences between while and do while. Got the difference? Got the difference? Nageshwari madam, understood the difference? ಅರ್ಥమైందా? ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎನಿವನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? किसी को कुछ डाउट है? ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇರ್ಕಾ? ఎవరికైనా ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? What should I repeat, ma? What should I repeat? And I'll always please ask once. Is it the working or is it the difference? Is it the working or is it the difference? Be specific. Difference. Okay. Okay. Let's let's check the difference. Okay. I'll I just a minute, Barish. Hello. Class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸರಿ. So here I'll just I'll paste the program. So this is your while loop program. Do while loop programs. Okay. So you have one loop which works on do while and one loop which works on while. So you have both the loops here. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this? So diffference. Difference. If I want to write the difference, what's the first and foremost difference? Trace it yourself. You will get you will understand the point. Okay. So first difference, first difference is syntax. So what is the first difference? You have while loop, you have the body, you have the condition, you have the body and update. So this is your syntax for while. But for your do while, how it works? So you have the body, update, and then you have while with condition which ends with a semicolon. This is the difference. Yes or no? Everyone agrees with this? The first difference. The syntax, it will be your output. Lo, first il ಕೇಳ್ರು, first il ಕೇಳ್ರು. Just observe here, Rari. Just observe. For whom am I repeating here? So this is your first difference. So second difference is in while loop. In while loop, it is always check the condition, check the condition, and then execute. But as for as do while, but as for your do while, execute first, then check the condition. Condition. So here, so here, last third point is in while loop, if false, no iteration. If false, no iteration. In do while loop, in do while loop, minimum one iteration. minimum one iteration. These are the three differences. In do while loop, println statement is right out of in in ఏంటమ్మా ఏంటి ఏంట్రా ఏంటి చేంజ్ చేస్తున్నారు? వాట్ చేంజ్ ఆర్ యూ సజెస్టింగ్ మీ? ఇన్ డూ వై లూప్ ఏం చేయాలమ్మా? ఇన్ డూ వై లూప్ ప్రింట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ బయట పెట్టాలా? Can you guys explain the doubt? Suppose n is equals to 11, then condition is false. Println statement is not get the. If condition is false, you will not get output. See, you don't have to change I value to 11, okay? I will just change the value to I not equals to what is that? See, if your condition is true, it gets executed. Okay. Yeah, you will not get output. That is true. Can I go with the next thing if your doubts are sorted out? Yeah. So the next thing is you guys will like this. Okay. We will go towards a for loop. Which loop we are discussing now? We are discussing the third type of loop. So I will say for.java. So in for loop, what happens? You will have for, okay, as the name says for. Can you see this first part here, second part, and the last part? Can you guys observe this? So this is the starting part, and this is the second part, and this is the third part. So you will initialize all the values here itself. So I can write int I is equals to 1, n is equals to 10 here only. Okay. After that, so this first slot is for initialization. This will be I is equal to less than or equals to n. Your condition comes here only. I plus plus. So all the three parts, declaration, condition, that is initialization, condition, update. All the three comes in the same line. All the three comes in the same line. So here, what I can do. So here I will say, I will say if I modulus 2 is equals to 0 is equals to 0. What I can do, I will say, print the I value. So you don't need to write your I plus plus here. I plus plus is here only. Okay. So this is your compact format of loop. This is your compact format of loop. So let me show you the output. Let us check whether we'll get output or not. Java C for dot Java for. See here, you're getting all the things. So shall I trace for you guys how this one is working? How this one is working? Shall I explain it diagrammatically? How this one is working for your for loop? How to trace your for loop? Am I audible to everyone? Shall I do the tracing for your for loop? Okay. Okay. So here what happens in your for loop? In your for loop. So this is your for loop. Okay. So for loop is the what is that? Compact loop of all the loops. So here in your for loop, this is your first part. So this part, whatever it is there, this is your first part. Next, this whatever you have written, this is your second part. Okay. And always, here what happens, your control comes to first part. So whenever you are coming inside the first part, so I dabba is created, one is initialized, n dabba is created, 10 is initialized. After this, the control goes to second part. What is the condition? I should be less than or equals to n. So what is the substituted value? 1 less than or equals to 10. Is this true or false? Is this true or false? So everyone agrees with this, or is it false? If it is true, the condition goes inside. The control goes inside after this. So your condition is 1 modulus 2 equals to 0. As this is false, so this will be skipped. After your if, after this if, do I have something in my loop? Is there anything in my loop? So as nothing is present, control goes to updation part. Control goes to your third part of updation. So your I value gets increased to 1 to 2. After this, after your updation, Control again goes to second part. So what will be your second part? 2 less than or equals to 10. So as the condition is true, so 2 modulus 2 equals to 0. This is true. So your 2 gets printed. After this, again, I value gets increased to 3. So I is 3 less than or equals to 10. So in this way, your loop works. Understood? Understood the difference between your while loop, do while loop, for loop? Basic working. This is completely basic working. Okay? Okay, great. Okay, great. If you have understood this, so basically, this was the topic which I had to deliver for the day. Okay. So refer the recording, and in your Google Classroom, I have already given you the notes. Okay. Access the classroom. Your notes are already present there. See this, what is this video, whatever the recording of the day is there. Write the program. Always, whenever you are learning a very new thing, first write the program on the sheet of paper or have a book and write your program there. After writing, trace it. Trace it. In Google, sorry, in OneNote, I wrote the program and I traced, right? Using the pen. I wrote and I traced. In the same way, trace it if you are feeling it difficulty. Once you get confidence after tracing, then type the program and then execute. Okay, that will help you in understanding the loops more and more. Okay, so practice all these things. Okay, and yeah, tomorrow we will see some more programs on application of your loops so that you will understand loops in a better manner. Okay, so this was the session for the day. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah. I want some certain topics to be finished. I want some certain topics to be finished. Okay. So I will give you assignments. Fine. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you, buddies. Thank you, darlings, for attending the session. Have a great day, great time. Good night. Thank you. Tata. Bye bye. Stay safe. Stay alive.